Okay, hi guys, I'm Jack, and this is cycl2 lab assignment. Let's start. So I have listed 5 important things that I will be explaining step by step, and basically I will just skip basic configuration, So, the thing that I did last time, I will just skip explaining it. However, if there's any question, please leave the comments so that I can reply it and I can check what's the problem right now. So I wanted to make it a little bit, like bigger, but I couldn't find, any function to make it bigger. So first thing is 2 different data VLANs on each switch, and second is trunk line, third layer 2 ether channel, and LCAP or PAGP, which method am I using in this protocol, and third party ether channel with my battle buddy switch. So I didn't make the whole thing, I just made a bone structure, just I just lined up in here. So first thing first, before we can get to the lab, let me explain what is VLAN. VLAN is a virtual LAN form one or more existing LANs. It enables groups of devices from multiple networks, well, wired or wireless, to be combined into a single logical network. And second one, trunk. This is really important. So what is trunking? Oh, sorry. A trunking is communications line or link designed to carry multiple signals to provide network across between 2 points at once. So, okay, so let's start with configuring first. Let's make a VLAN first. The point of this lab is that we have to make 2 different data VLANs, this one and this one, 2 different, right, on each switch, and in switch we have to get enabled. I'm going to set up the VLAN 10 and 20 and 30 on the left side, 10, 20, 30 like this. So how we're gonna do is, let's go to enable account key, and as we can see, I'm in privilege mode, and what we're gonna do is VLAN 10. So what I'm doing right now is I'm setting the VLAN, and at the same time I'm giving my number, some name that can be identified. How we're gonna check is show VLAN. So Jack 10, 20, 30 is active right now, but it's not even connected with anyone. So what I'm gonna do is we have to make a connection later. So let me go to our switch in here, and let me set up the same thing too. In conf t and VLAN 10. I will set up the 10 because Starling said we have to make the same number of VLANs. So, but however, for the, I want to make sure like I'm like using like same things. So I will just say config VLAN Jack. No. Config VLAN. What do we do for the name? Name Jack. Jack K 10. Yes, exit VLAN 20. Name Jack K 20. Switch in, let's go to, we have to set up the IP address, so conf t, and what we're gonna do is interface VLAN 10. Okay, so now we're in the setting on the VLAN 10. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put IP address in here. So IP address is gonna be IP address Okay, so my IP is set it up, and remember, no shutdown, so it's gonna work. Send exit. Let's get out and config. We have to set up interface VLAN 22. Okay, so let's set it up. IP address 20.2 255.255.255.0. Good, no shutdown. Okay, let's get out. Interface VLAN 30. Okay, IP address 192.168.30.2 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. Exit. Exit, show VLAN. Active. Let's do the same thing in here. But we're going to use different IP address. Interface VLAN 10 IP address 192.168.60.5.255.255.255. No, you can't make a mistake like this. Interface VLAN 10. We did that one, right? So after that, IP address 192.168.60.5.255.255.255.0. Okay, no shutdown. Exit. So now what we're gonna do is that we made VLANs and we should connect it with Ethernet, right? And enable CompT. So interface fast 0/1. The reason why I'm doing fast Ethernet 0/1 is that there is a fast Ethernet 0/1 which is connected PC to switch. So that's the reason why I'm putting 0/1. So individually, I'm going to put different port numbers. Switch config is switch mode access, which means I'm gonna get inside the switch mode and activate switch mode. Well, it's the same meaning, yes. Switch access and switch access VLAN 10. Okay. Switch access VLAN 10. Okay, link protocol on interface VLAN 10. Change status. Okay. So it's set it up. Let's go to the right switch. Config interface. What we're going to do is fast Ethernet. Same. 0/1 and switch mode access and switch access VLAN. At this moment we're going to use VLAN 30. Let's use VLAN 30. And next is main point of this chapter, trunking. So how we're gonna do trunk is that we have to get inside in here. Oops, what was it? Okay, here. And enable CompT interface fast Ethernet 0/4. The reason why we're putting 0/4 is that, it's connected with router, and basically, as I said, trunking, it's gonna sum up the whole thing and send it through that once. So interface 0/4 and switch port trunk encapsulation .1Q. So this is a communication way, so I choose .1Q to do the communication. Okay, and after that we have to activate the trunk mode, right? So if switch port mode trunk. Great, so it's activated right now. So switch in T and fasten as. So for trunking, we just need to set it up in 2 switches because I have only 2 switches right now. So okay, we're getting too close to the final line now. Setting up router will allow different VLAN to communicate this way and this way. So this is the main point. Let's go. So we're going to make a sub interface right now. Jack north. We're going to put in physical port fast 0/0. We will make a logical port 10. So how we're gonna do is interface phase fast 0/0.10. The reason why I put 10 is that, you know, if I put 10, I can just distinguish really easily like which VLAN I'm using, such a thing like that. So fast Ethernet 0/0 and 10. Encapsulation .1Q 10. So when you remember that we use .1Q, so router sub interface communication way should be the same. So that's the reason why we use this one. And IP address 10.255.255.255.0. Okay, perfect. Let's get out of here. Get out. After that, interface fast internet 0/0.20. And I've been setting up the whole thing like this. And we have to set it up for the right switch too. And look at this, shutdown. Really? Other thing, look at this, there's the IP address, .1Q method 123.123, and 123.123. 1 no shutdown. And it's gonna release the whole thing. And after that, we have to set up the computer. Let's go to the IP configuration. So what we're going to do is very, very easy. I will give a subnetted IP address 192.168 and set the mask. Well, yeah, that's good. And default gateway is gonna be the router sub interface that I've told you before. So, well, I remember things, well, because I wrote down. So, yeah. This and show VLAN active. So where is it? VLAN 1 is connected, 2 is connected, 3 is connected, MTU, everything is connected. Alright, so I'll teach you guys how to check I'm using trunking, or this is like, you know, activated, or what I'm using like other functions. So I'm going to check in this switch. How we're gonna do is switch show interfaces F 0/4 and switch port. Okay, so let's check it. Name fast Ethernet 0/4, switch port enabled, and admission trunk and operational trunk. And as I said, I use the .1Q method, so encapsulation, operational trunking encapsulation is on, and negotiation trunking is on, and access mode VLAN default, and it's default because everything is different, yes. And I would say I used PHGP port aggregation protocol because Ether channel is standard, and if any logically bounded port changes its settings, it applies to all ports. It's PHGP. And desirable mode is for me to try to negotiate the PAGP first, and auto mode is for the other party to try to negotiate first. Well, I was kind of confused like what is PAGP and other thing, but however, I think PAGP is the one that I used in this lab assignment. Okay, as we can see on the left side, I did int range fast Ethernet 0/1 to 2, which means that I'm giving an idea of what port am I going to connect to use, so that we can use the connection. And also which VLAN am I gonna allow, and also I have to use trunk mode, so trunk native VLAN 10 because I'm setting up with VLAN 10. And to use trunk function, we will set up the both switches and create channel group and mode. And also don't forget to do the no shutdown. And also we're going to do the same setup on the right side, because if you want to set up the trunk, we cannot just do with only one switch, we need another switch. So let's do the show run and let's see what we've done and is it like connected well. So obviously we can see that trunk is working very well, and if you guys are really confused like with the interface right now, I recommend you guys to pause it because my video is not gonna be long enough to you. For me personally, this step was the hardest part, and as I said before, I skipped a lot of steps which was not that necessary, but still it can be necessary to someone else. So if you have a question, please write down below so that I can teach you or tell you how to fix it. So thank you for watching guys, and if you guys have a question, please write below, and if there's something that I missed, please tell me.